All right, welcome to the Green Room video for episode number 52 of Limit Break Radio.
51?
51.
51.
51. So thank you guys so much for your support over at Patreon. In fact, we are just about to crest the 2,500 mark. That is mind-blowing.
I'll bet you we have since the end of that episode.
It's
Very possible.
very possible.
Which means, in hitting that $2,500 mark, you've actually reached the milestone. Oh. We haven't put those up yet.
No, we haven't. We're. I think that was on our docket to do today, since we weren't doing an FEC right
Almost.
before we leave.
It's up to $24.95.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's something we can do. Down about that.
$24.95.
Yep, that's where we're at.
$5 away, guys.
So we decided to donate $4.
No, that would have been 4 people donated $1.
No, because our number only went up by 1.
One PayPal.
Well, I mean.
Oh,
you
wait,
know,
they take a certain percentage.
yeah,
so
so-
someone probably donated 5.
Yeah, I got the $5
and it took. Yeah, we got the
$8
4 and
cents.
change.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why we have a sense on
Yeah.
it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for your support of Limit Break Radio. Watching that number continue to climb week over week is just crazy.
Yeah.
Especially when, because we kind of evened out there for a while, and now it's on the rise again, and we don't, what did we do?
We haven't really done anything.
Part of it was the bet, I think.
I think part of it was the bet.
We saw a lull on it also over the holiday period, which is financially tough for a lot of people.
Yeah, in the
I
lead
think
up
that-
to the holidays, that's true
And
too.
there was a lot of cards that were expiring at the beginning of this year too. I think going forward, we'll see that a lot.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, no, the support is fantastic. We really appreciate it, guys. And I think FEC going weekly might have something to do with it. The increased amount of content.
But we haven't really put out any more FECs
since
than
then.
normal.
Yeah.
But we were very transparent about what our situation
Yeah.
is, and I think that also plays into some of the
resonated.
decision making. Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely.
It's just kind of funny to me that people trust what we say enough to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna donate right now then.
I honestly think that there are some people who have really latched on to the Late Show and Nate in the Morning too, that see that as increased output, and also the amount of streaming that we've been doing too has also, I think, made a really big impression on people who come to the stream day after day.
Yeah.
And it's I think that when you see an increase and a real payoff, that makes an impression on people.
Well, like you say, I think we've been very, very transparent, and I think
That
for the
too.
most part, we've delivered on most of our promises when we make them.
That's
you do
true
build
as
that
well.
credibility.
Level 60 Dragoon! Fucking hate every
You're a
second of
trooper,
that.
man.
Level 60 machinist,
Yeah, buddy.
Nice.
I guess.
Yeah, pretty much right. I immediately deleted my gear set.
You
Yeah.
didn't even do the level 60 quest.
Nope.
You don't
No,
want the
I
title?
at least did that.
No.
You don't want the title?
Why do
Just
I want
do
to
the
go
title.
around as the Azure Dragoon?
It's not about having the title, it's about, well, it is about
It's
having
about having the title.
It's not about
wearing
using
It's not
it.
about
It's
wearing
about-
it. It's about saying,
You took the title
I
from
want-
Estinian because, yeah.
The fucking noob.
You don't take it from him, you both have it.
Yeah.
No, that's not. He's Nidhogg now.
yeah, he doesn't have it. He
That's
can't
not
be
a.
the
That's not a
Azure
title.
dragon.
That's not a. Yeah, that's not a title. That's a designation, and also a race and a type of animal. So.
Whatever.
What's
Wait,
the
if
title?
you
Well,
want
you know what? That's what I'm taking from him next. Nidhogg.
I want to be Nidhogg.
That would be awesome.
If you're on Dragoon, when you pair up with him, the guy's like, oh, a pair of Azure Dragoons. So it's like, you both have the title for a while.
Anyway.
But yes, now he's just evil.
Yes. So that episode that went very well. In terms of timing, I thought that was really well balanced.
Very well balanced.
Yeah.
What, it was about
Yes.
3 hours, 10 minutes, something like that?
A little, yeah.
Tiny bit over.
A little bit over.
We start exactly at 110. So yeah.
Okay.
A chance, an opportunity today to talk about PBS Game Show, which is I've been a fan of that channel for a long time, an opportunity to bring in a little bit more of an authoritative opinion about the difficulty of games. In
So
gaming.
people
in
may be
general.
listening to us can't just be like, oh, there's a bunch of fucking assholes shouting about their games. Be like, yeah, but you know what? We have points and sometimes other people spell them out a lot more logically than we do.
Yeah, like people who went to school for talking.
And for sciencing.
Sciencing, I think, is the big one.
Researching.
He actually,
technically-
it's weird. He talks about what like he went to college for. He studied social studies.
Yeah.
Didn't you go to school for talking? Shut up.
I was gonna say, I kind of went for school for lying, so.
I guess. I mean,
I went to school for moneying.
numbers.
How's that working out for you?
How's that really?
We're
How's that
making
working out for us?
We're making a lot of money.
But it's not because
Not
of what
me
you're doing.
Not me personally.
In fact, I'm pretty sure what I hear from you the most is, we should just pay somebody to do this!
I'm not wrong.
That sounds a little bit like my reaction to Dark Souls.
You should just pay somebody to do this?
No, but just abject anger and frustration.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know what about you guys?
I liked it because I felt like we had a good range of stuff that was happening. You know, and we talked a little bit about the news. You know, we had actual stuff that was coming in game.
Right.
Right. And we had stuff to like show for it too, not just talk about it or whatever.
And that trailer.
Yep,
too.
and the trailer to watch. So that there satisfies people that come to us for whatever reason for like as like a source of information about their game, right?
Yeah.
Then after that we had our own content that we've developed solely on our own backs, which is the Final Fantasy League stuff, right? And then from there we moved on to like this sort of meta-y discussion that really anybody, whether you're into FF or not, could sort of take part in and get behind. That stuff with the PBS thing. And then we also went into emails, which then covers our content that's been generated by our viewers and listeners.
Yes.
It gets them put in there. And I think as a result of that, this was probably, I think, from like an analytical standpoint, one of our best episodes.
Yeah.
Like this is kind of the thing that I think we should shoot for every episode.
Very complete. You're like news, a
College
bit,
too.
feedback, and discussion.
Yeah.
So
It was.
very well balanced. So it'd be the Mario of LBR episodes.
It was an extremely well balanced show. I don't know that that's what we need to strive for every time because at the same time I do like those big expansive
Oh,
discussions
yeah,
that we
yeah.
get into that can sometimes we look at the we blink and look at the clock and go, oh fuck, are we really running
Or
this
sometimes
long?
when like certain things explode, like the Reddit thing.
Yeah. The
There's the Facebook
too,
stuff
yeah,
too.
that was
So
fun.
a little bit of shit stirring as well.
Yeah,
Gotta get that shit stirring
Gotta
in there.
poke the nest a little bit as well.
I thought about that last night when I was on Phoenix Down because they have their outline, and like the discussions were good, it was fun, but you could always tell he was trying to stick to like moving through the outline, much like we did it one time. And after the show, I was like, you guys would be amazed how often we have like one little throwaway line in our outline that becomes 2 hours of the show.
That's true.
And
Just let it go
that
where
was
it's gonna
us
go.
in the old FF11 one too.
Yeah,
Like, that's
stick
what,
to the
that's what I
outline.
think a lot of podcasts fall victim to.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it was actually us embracing that sometimes those discussions are way more interesting than sticking to the outline and sticking
Yeah.
to a plan. If the discussion is interesting to us, it'll also probably be interesting to the
Oh,
audience.
absolutely. Because
And if-
you're impassioned.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no reason to cut a discussion like that short. And I'm so pissed that you didn't bring up your appearance on Phoenix Down
Yeah,
on the
you
show.
cockbag.
Yeah, you just remained silent even when we were talking about other
Communities.
podcasts. We
We
talked
talked
about
about the
other
fucking
fucking
We
podcasts.
talked about the other fucking
Yeah, the whole
shit.
massively OT article.
Seriously.
No, why isn't Phoenix? No, was Phoenix Down on there? Did we read off their name? We even read off their fucking name. You
You're
read
an
off their
asshole.
name.
You're an asshole.
He read off everybody on that list, one of which was Phoenix Down Radio. You could have went, speaking of Phoenix Down Radio, guess who was a guest host
You
on there?
missed
Was I in the room during that?
Yes.
Was I?
You piece of shit.
Because we're all ragging on,
State of the
Vegan.
realm.
Yeah.
Vegan people.
I remember
Vegan
that, but I had
Pete.
just come back from
Vegan
blowing my
Pete.
nose. I don't know.
Vegan Pete. Oh.
Shame on you. Missing
I'm
it.
sorry, Phoenix Down.
Yeah, you should be.
Oh, wait, Manus.
I think you,
I wonder if she'll wait. She's gonna wait till the end of the raid though.
yeah, probably.
Focus, Pete.
We have Ellie Buttons on the TV, guys.
Yeah, we threw out the host to Ellie Buttons after the show, which I'm sure some of you are watching right now,
I
and
think she already did it.
and some of you are following. And dude, Ellie Buttons is awesome. So we're told that she's going to be doing the Mantis here at some point.
I
We
bet,
have no idea what that
I
is.
bet she
Yeah.
waits till the end. It's a dance she does.
I'm sure it is a dance. Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah. Anyway. What were we talking about?
this guy being
You're
a
ripping on me.
dickhead.
Oh yeah. Well,
I'm sure you were going to be very kind to them if I brought them up.
you contracted Phoenix Down syndrome. I wanted to use that slam so bad on the show. I've been saving that for so long. Ever since I heard that name, I'm like, oh, please just say some shit so I can make fun of you. It's just such a good little fucking slam. I love it.
No, she just walked away.
Oh, I thought I seen her mouth mantis, and I seen her walk away.
Uh-oh. She's out.
She died?
If this is something that happens from out of frame, I'm gonna lose my shit.
She's gonna come back wearing like a mantis costume.
Bite somebody's head off or something.
Poor Mr. Buttons.
Oh, jeez.
Poor Mr. Buttons.
Yeah. Anyway, so Scully appeared on Phoenix Down Radio last night.
He's an asshole.
Yeah.
Oh.
How?
Uh-oh.
She's just
I
drinking.
might be right here.
Well, that might be Mr. Buttons.
That's definitely Mr. Buttons.
Yeah.
I guess they're gonna do it together.
I don't know. We're watching this on mute, by the way, so
Yeah.
so it's not
Give-
bothering you guys.
Give us a sec.
No.
She's just doing it during the raid. She's just standing there.
It's during trash.
No big deal.
But no,
Look
mine.
out, I'm gonna get hit.
She's
Oh,
a
no.
healer.
Ouch.
She's a healer. She's like, Eos got this.
You mean Mountain Dude has this? That's the
The Mountain Dew. Oh,
That's a good name.
that is a great name.
I like
He's
that
an
name.
astrologian.
Yeah.
Oh, she's drinking too.
You
That's
gotta
okay.
you gotta
That's
drink
always
if you're gonna do the mantas.
Maybe the mantis is a drink.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe she's starting with the drink concoction.
Can we focus on what's going on?
Yes.
I said that first, and nobody
No,
cared. so
nobody
I'm gonna-
listens to you because you're not an authority on this show.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm a big authority.
You're a child.
child authority.
No, no one's gonna put you in charge of children ever.
Let's set this up here.
This is better. I like this. This is more comfortable this way.
What about me?
You're on your own. I need an adult.
Oh, I feel like you of all people could appreciate being a. Spit it out.
I don't know, but I know what the joke was. Oh my god.
You didn't even need to finish it. Everyone. Put this down.
Only because it's uncomfortable not to have it back there.
All right. So anyway,
We've gone a little off the rails.
yeah, a little bit. So all right, let's talk about some of these plans for the future, especially when it comes to Patreon content, because this is directly relevant to you guys. So one of the things that we want to do is we actually want to change up this right here, the green room video. We've been doing this now for, I don't know, how many weeks have we been doing this? It's almost been...
If it's as long, no, because we didn't start doing it immediately when we started Patreon.
There's
Like
a
a couple
but
months
we've been-
after you guys started.
Dude,
It was before we went weekly, though.
Yeah, but we've been doing these for a while.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think it's at least 30-some episodes.
Wow.
It's at least 40.
damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because we went weekly starting at, like, what, 18, something like that?
I have no idea, dude.
I feel like episode 13 was when we announced Patreon.
That's about right, because it was a little over a year.
But I'm not sure when the first green room video was. Anyway, so...
Doing it for a long time. That's,
yeah,
that's the
we've been doing this for a while, and we know that some of you guys watch it, but I think what we want to do is we want to try to change it up a little bit. It's cool to like sit around and address you guys like this, but now we have Papa Woody, who is joining us on the crew. And it does kind of feel a little bit unfair to only relegate him to the background while he's on the show. He doesn't really get a mic. That is what we do with interns.
But they need responsibility too.
But the thing
Otherwise,
is,
you get self-entitled bastards like him.
right. But the thing is that like at the same time, like yeah, Juxta was an intern, but he also did do Simply Juxta. He did have his own show for a minute. And so we did give him access to the audience and an outlet for his
How
creativity.
many episodes of Simply Juxta were there?
Like
12?
6.
Was there 6?
I think
12?
12?
I thought there were 12.
Maybe I'm
Well, I think one for each holiday, because I think one of the reasons it stopped is when it got back around that holiday. He's like, I don't know what to do now. I've already done this episode.
That's true. That's a good point. So what we want to do is we don't want Papa Woody to only be a drink runner for us because that's stupid and a punching bag. We want to actually give him an opportunity to to be exposed to the audience. And so one of the things that there it is. There's
I believe we're officially getting the Mantis.
Wow.
This is the Mantis.
This was very worth it.
I like how Bobby in the corner is.
I think she bought her jeans at Express. Those are expensive jeans.
In the corner, like, what?
She moved pretty good.
How does she not have a sub button again?
She just started, bro.
Well, she'll get it in no time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, okay, are those makeup brushes or paint brushes?
Those are makeup
Makeup
brushes.
brushes for sure.
Why do you need so many?
Do you really want me to go into that?
No.
No, shut the hell up.
Yes, you need a lot of makeup brushes.
If
No, you don't.
if there isn't an animated GIF of this within 24 hours,
I'd be surprised.
The internet failed.
yeah.
Wow.
Okay, this is a really long Mantis.
I think she does it to the whole song, guys. Oh, wait.
Trolled us.
Okay, so anyway, what were we talking about?
Like, was it a distraction?
Papa Woody.
involvement,
Yes.
Papa
right.
Woody, yeah.
So what we want to do is we actually want to separate the green room video and the post show. Right now, they're sort of one and the same. Where you're hanging out with us in the green room. This is what we consider the green room.
Not very green.
It's not green at all. But
We should
that's
paint the
just-
walls.
Oh my God, no! I'm not painting the walls for the last time.
Very-
Stop asking.
To be fair, very infrequently our green room's actually green.
And stop drawing with crayon on the walls because that doesn't help either.
Okay, well, you know what? It's a great canvas.
It spent dude, it took me fucking 3 hours to clean all that.
Why did you erase that?
My green room up at Central was green.
Was it?
Why don't we just hang green sheets then? Compromise.
You could also stop leaving the crayons out.
Yeah, man.
Let's get the washable ones.
Anyway, so the green room video, we're still gonna do it. We just want to make sure that we just want to separate the two ideas.
So basically, we still want to give you a video of us sort of decompressing and chilling, but we want
Hanging out, chatting.
Yeah, but we want to take that like information that you get from the green room that's pertinent to the show and make that into like an actual separate post show that we
its
do.
own show.
That's led by Papa Woody interviewing us, much like Ellen DeGeneres.
Right. And so
Not like Maury Povich, but sure.
Probably.
I would rather him hit like a Ellen DeGeneres thing.
I mean, it doesn't always only
I feel
have
like
to.
Jerry Springer with this cast.
I mean, it doesn't always only have to be a meta discussion of LBR, but
That's
I mean,
part of it.
it's part of it, right? But it's
But
also
it'll be up to him to
whatever,
evolve it.
whatever Papa Woody wants to do with it. So that's just sort of like one of the opportunities that we really wanted to provide someone who's volunteering their time, so that you're developing skills, and not only that, but I mean, wow, she's still
In the raid.
wow.
That's dedication.
Nice!
She still hasn't died, which is what blows my mind.
Go Ellie!
That's
Close
impressive.
to it.
Fucking Mountain
Mountain
Dew!
Dude is
Mountain,
awesome.
they're doing
Dude.
nothing on Kushalane.
Oh no!
I
Yeah,
don't-
on Kuchelane, dude, she's probably rocking like a lot of poison right now.
She's died once.
Anyway, so yeah, this is why this is sort of like why we want to separate the two out, because we would love to be able to comment on stuff like this and just goof on like this is sort of like what we want. This is like what we do naturally after the show, and now with Papa sort of leading the discussion, figuring out what the day's highlights are. The purpose that it'll serve us is that we want you to find out what the highlights are. You can ask us questions. You can pull any of us in at any time, and You know, like I think that's the biggest.
It's going to be more talk show oriented. Like maybe he won't talk to all of us at once. Maybe he'll just talk to a Scully.
Yeah.
What were your feelings today? I mean, people always beat up on you.
Oh yeah, like
so,
well, no, I mean like
down. Like, does it hurt?
or if you had a storm out about the Final Fantasy VII remake, you know, like that's something that Woody could like pull you aside and be like, so, you know, like what was going on there, man?
Buddy.
Yeah, it could be a little element of Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
If you want.
The original
so it's really up to you. I'm
Creepy
just
fucking Dr. Phil.
yeah, there you go.
The original concept that we had for the green room video was kind of us just. Wow.
We got an upskirt shot.
That was a
of
panty
love,
shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was- okay. Well,
No, if Ellie Button's just her character.
No, and
seems like
yeah,
we should
upper
clarify.
Where were you at?
Yeah.
What were you talking about?
The original concept for the green room video was supposed to be more of us just shooting the shit after an episode, and it's evolved more into this structured video for the patrons.
Because I think that's what people respond to, and that's what
Yeah.
they've wanted.
Right.
But the other thing about this is that we plan on making this live stream.
Right.
You know, it's going to happen in the studio after the show, and you know, again, led by Papa Woody, and it's going to be in the studio.
Yeah. So anybody who's present for it can watch it. We're thinking that only subs can chat to us. Maybe
Yes,
ask
we
questions.
can engage on Twitch the sub only chat mode.
Yep.
And if we do that, I think that's gonna
Be a new incentive to sub as well.
exactly.
And then the recording of that video that can be accessed at any time will still be available for Patreon.
It'll be
right?
available
Patrons
on
exclusively.
demand for Patreons exclusively.
Yeah, right.
Yep. So,
So you guys still retain some of that exclusivity, and then obviously our what will then become the green room, just us chilling. That will still be Patreon exclusive.
right, and we'll also record the audio, and if there are specific moments of it that we would want to podcast, we have that option as well. So yeah, I think that this will be really good for our next tier of content and engagement with our audience.
Do we want to speak on some of the ideas that we've had for content coming up, like some of the things you're going to see that they're going to see on the tiered rewards now?
Absolutely.
You want to take this moment to talk about what's happening to Nate?
Yes, because I did announce on the show that we have officially canceled Nate in the Morning. And I've issued some cryptic tweets about it and just kind of like tried to have fun with it. But I want to explain. It was a lot of fun doing Nate in the Morning, and I really enjoyed doing it. But
blank wasn't cutting it.
no, Blank never.
Guys, there's only so much a guy can do after being petrified in a forest, okay?
Hashtag
Well, to be
F9
fair,
days.
you know what? He can, like, for starters, not have a belt around his eyes. Okay?
He's Daredevil in it.
And that's why he got
Yeah, that's why I got
petrified in the
petrified.
forest.
Okay? Ran to a tree, dropped the map thing.
Had to go
and-
do an hour-long side quest.
Anyway,
super
the new
soft.
show is coming, for me at least. It's very refreshing to see it.
Yes. So instead of trying to put together a new crew, I'm actually digging a bit in my history and bringing back the crew from Refresh, and that is going to be now airing at 10 a.m. on Wednesdays on Final Encountercast.
Refresh Radio.
That's right. Now, what's cool about that is that we've got 44 episodes of that show that we produced.
Really?
That ran
Yeah.
for 44 episodes.
What?
44 episodes. It ran for a year and a half, and yeah, when we did it almost weekly, like it's actually requires very little prep work at all because we just make it up. It's just
It sounded
bullshit.
interesting when you were talking.
I can send you with some episodes if you want to listen to it.
Assume the prep work probably starts with some self-medication, then you go from there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. And very violent gameplay of GTA 5. I can tell by that little eyebrow raise that Juxta assumed that the next word was going to be masturbation.
No.
Very violent masturbation.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought you were going to go towards Metal Gear Solid, because everything comes back to Metal Gear Solid.
No. Grand Theft Auto. Anyway, so yeah, we're bringing back the crew from Refresh, and The music from Nate in the Morning is we're probably going to be playing the exact same kind of music on Refresh now. So it's me, Joe, and Will, and that'll be.
Now let me ask you
on
this.
Wednesdays.
Let me ask you this, because I'm sure that the tone, the overall tone and feel of Refresh is going to be quite different from Nate in the Morning, even though you're going to be playing probably the same music that you would have. If there's a big enough demand for it, would you consider further down the Patreon line also doing Nate in the Morning?
Absolutely, that will be a funding option later on in the upper echelons of that. And what I plan to do is I plan on taking the 5 Nate in the Mornings that I did and cutting the best moments of those together in what I'll call a pilot reel that I'll put out on finalencountercast.com, and it will live on the Patreon page as a way to say this is the show that you will get at this level.
Right.
Yeah, I would consider doing that on a Thursday or whatever. But yeah, a lot of it has to do with funding.
Yep.
So
basically, what you're going to see on there is at a certain amount that once it's raised, Refresh will be guaranteed once a week, right?
it's pretty close to already.
Already being that, and so like I've been doing the Late Show with Robbie's been renamed, so that way there's no weird cross contamination thing. Like, why are you over here if you're Kyle? Blah 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 blah. So it's been renamed to Late Show with Robbie. Currently, I'm doing that once every 2 weeks. We do it Saturday nights, but yeah, whatever level I put that at, once it hits it, guaranteed to go weekly. And depending on how it ends up going, the 2 episodes we've done so far, yeah, it's going really good, right? And going forward, if it ends up being really, really, really successful, then I might also look into another goal where it maybe goes twice a week. Because
That's another thing that we can do is
because
also
not a lot of prep time
Yeah.
goes into it. I mean, I do
Right.
obviously prep for it, but
right.
yeah, that
Well,
would
we
help.
prep for everything,
Well-
but I mean, like, there's just different degrees
Exactly.
in which shows prep.
Yep.
I mean, I'll be honest. Today's show did not require a lot of prep.
Thank you, Square Enix.
Well, I mean, that was part of it, but it's just like we kind of had a pretty good idea of where we were taking the show. We didn't, the last episode took some powwowing beforehand to really, kind of understand what the direction that was going to take.
It was something, introducing fantasy sports people who don't do it.
And we got all on the same page, and it went really, really well. This one was like, okay, yeah, we know what we're here for.
You could go down the list and.
It's God. I mean, and think about it. The next couple of episodes are going to be patch notes.
Related.
Patch notes. We should have preliminary patch notes.
Are
by
we gonna
next Sunday.
try and
Reactions to 3.2
do
after it drops.
preliminary patch notes along with all the payoff stuff and things?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, we have to have a real show along with the payoff. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be-
Juxta's got to be reading something while screaming. He can't just be screaming.
Oh.
Fans might disagree.
So patch notes, then we have our reaction to it, and then I'm sure after that something's gonna pop up. That the community's-
there always does.
So there'll be something.
We
The
may
big catastrophe of 3.2.
Well, we might have Facebook fallout to deal with. Who
So
knows?
next week should be exciting.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
Something that me and Jux has been working on that we're slowly starting to get the ball rolling on, and once Fairbear's back on her feet, I think we'll go a little bit quicker too. But over the past few months, and just for as long as we've been doing streaming, there's been a pretty vocal contingent of people in our Twitch chat that has some interest in tabletop gaming. We used to do the D&D thing once upon a time, but it was on Sundays, and
No, but that had a good following.
it did. It had a really
Yeah.
good following, and a lot of people want to learn how to do that stuff, and it can be hard to get into. And even if you get into it, having the right group of people can make or break people on it immediately. So what we want to do, and we've been working on, is coming up with sort of like a module type thing, and we're streamlining it to where you don't have to have inherent knowledge of tabletop gaming. You don't have to worry about learning all these rules and how to create a character. We can basically just sit you down and go. And basically what we want to do is come up with this module that's the Final Fantasy RPG, where everyone who's participating picks a Final Fantasy character. We have it pre-made for them, so stats and like moves and stuff like that. And then we sit down and run through a story with them, let them play as those characters in this story. And the idea is that we would, to start, do it once a month. That way we have time to build the module, okay? And we would stream it, obviously, for anybody to watch, but only Patreons of a certain donation level, which we haven't figured out
Fleshed
just
out
yet,
yet.
flashed out yet, would be eligible to play with us.
But everyone will be able to watch it, of course.
Yes, everyone will be able to watch it. Everyone will be able to obviously like see it on YouTube and stuff.
Right.
And we'll figure out the best way to sort of rotate people in and out. But we've also talked to one of our old D&D buddies, Bill, if anyone's familiar with the old streams, and he's going to be there basically as sort of, because we're not going to be players, we're going to be the DMs. So he'll be there as sort of like a liaison to these new people who maybe aren't really sure how to get into the whole idea of role-playing a character to other people.
Okay,
So,
that's a good idea. I like that.
yep,
Basically
we've already talked to a few people we're going to do a little test group with eventually. And we actually want to start, as we're making like these player toolkits and kind of going through the progress of setting this all up, we're going to start sharing it on the websites as like a little developer blog.
Nice. Cool. That sounds
So
really
that's going to
exciting.
be on there. Joe, I know that I don't know if you have much of an idea, but for a while you were talking about having like a thing we used to like talk about like movies and stuff.
I've moved a little away from that, but one thing I've been looking at is with the FFFL, with that being relatively popular, I saw some good feedback when we were going over the sports segment. One thing we've been talking about doing for next season is anyone at a certain Patreon donor level will be allowed to be in the next fantasy draft.
They
with
get to
us.
draft their own team.
They get to draft teams.
Not
out
on
with
the.
us.
Maybe not on the.
Maybe not there, but we
No.
can set aside a night where we're all available and just do a fantasy draft or something to that effect, or we could do it.
Why don't you look into, because they have programs out there that people use for actual
sure.
Final Fantasy football. Is there a program out there that we could take and plug characters into and actually start our own Final Fantasy type deal?
See, I don't know.
Because then people can just like log into a little program thing.
Because
sure
the
that
thing
exists,
is,
but
well,
look.
but the thing is that fantasy football systems are connected to score outputs from the NFL.
Right.
There's nothing that outputs out except for the results of the polls.
Well, maybe there's like some kind of fantasy draft program that someone made for some reason. We could like input like actual character stats is what you would think, and have them fight each other. Maybe that's
Well,
a
not even necessarily
You
that.
gotta look
just
that up, man. I don't.
basically,
I don't know
we would
of
just
anything
need.
like
we
that.
would
Sounds
just,
like a spreadsheet algorithm that I've never seen.
I was
I'm
gonna say,
not
the only
touching
thing that we would really need to do is a way that once a character's been picked, that other people can't pick that character. Because even if you like decide, all right, let's create like a little forum for it or something, or a special group, then you have to worry about, oh, well, I already picked that character back up then, but nobody saw it, now he has that character, blah, 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 blah.
There does need to be a way to like keep it all straight.
Yeah, like I figured that
Right.
there would definitely be a lot there would be a lot of work on your part, I feel, to
Well, I
try
don't know.
and-
We could. I mean, if we had, let's say, like 8 other people drafting, and we just kept them on Skype, and we kept it quick.
Or I found something perfect for Discord.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, on Discord that might work. But yeah, I would say if we depending on what level we set, yeah, if it's us, 5 or 6, and then maybe 6 other people from there, it's 12 teams. It's something you could do in a night. It's only it only goes 6 rounds deep. It's not a long thing. And as we saw when you get to the later rounds, it's not like when we did on the show when we were having to like make a bit out of each pick and everything and talk it up. It's literally just the draft. But then we could have these 12 teams. And I was thinking maybe an idea for a show at a certain Patreon level is like, I don't know if anyone would have any interest in it, but doing like a sports call-in type show. Like you used to work
Yeah.
for that kind of thing.
Well, I still do.
You still do a sports call-in show for FFFL. I don't know.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If nothing else, I was thinking I could maybe every week put together a 5-10 minute Sports Center update.
That's sort of
See,
like what we did today.
So like
what
what
I
without a
think-
film.
What I think
Oh.
might be cool is for each round, like if you're gonna make it a show yourself, that you would actually write up like a fully fleshed out like how the battle actually went, right? And like come up with like what blows were exchanged and
That's
who
not a bad
knocked who
plan.
out, and actually come up with a play-by-play.
Like a
for it.
report. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a lot of writing.
it can be.
It's a lot of run, but you know what? That's why it's a Patreon goal. If it's
Well,
if it's something I can I can take a paycheck for, I'll do it.
I'm just saying like that's a lot of work that you have to understand what you're getting into. I mean,
Oh,
yeah, so.
Definitely, that would be a lot of work.
Well, that's not a for sure thing set in stone, but
No,
yeah,
it's
these
just-
are all
we're
ideas
just
we're sort of knocking
spitballing.
around. Some of them are more developed than other ones. are.
yes,
Yeah.
obviously yes. Yep. Yeah, let's talk about the FL because that was a good bit today that got a lot of response. It got a good response on the website considering how
How new and
how new it was. Yeah.
yeah, I mean like literally we got it posted up Tuesday night. I didn't even have all the image work done yet, and I thought it got a good reaction. I think there was 50 some votes at least for each of the matchups, which is nice for a start. I'd like to see that get higher every week.
Yep.
But people seemed into it, and the voting did not go how I thought it would. Certainly not. I mean, I thought your team of villains that's going to be popular. I feel like you're probably gonna have a good season.
Yeah, I probably will.
No, I think the KKK are gonna have a comeback.
A comeback with a K.
I think, yeah, you know what? I think you guys kind of gave me the shit end of the stick, but it would serve you right if, in the end, I end up coming out on top.
You
If
know,
the KKK
yes.
wins our league, I'm just going to be disappointed.
Just just read that waiver wire, bro. Just you got to get rid of that Edward. I'm just saying.
Oh, I know, that's my first thing.
Oh God, yeah. That was my other thing when I was saying it was mostly women and children. Like, he's debatably a woman. Come on.
The only other one that I might get rid of is Selfie, although arguably she has the most powerful
She has the end.
move
I was trying to
in the
explain
entire
that to them.
universe.
I was trying to give you that during the draft. She has the end. She has a 1 in 256 chance of just winning at the beginning of a
Okay,
fight.
but you have to be like low HP to use it.
She's selfish. She's always low HP.
He's not wrong.
Guess what? If you're low HP, you're probably dead.
Maybe.
In a PvP,
Harshaphant will sacrifice himself to keep you alive.
He's good at that.
Grace and I have 2 people dead.
How could you not find a screenshot of Harshaphant?
No, you can find plenty of screenshots, but none that are like a full body. Like whenever I looked up a character, right, they have like the full body ones that are on a PNG transparent background. Except for Orshafant, they had Minfilia, they had Thancred, they had everyone else, but not Orshafant. And then I saw the gravestone with the shattered, with the broken shield. I'm like, oh yeah, that's gonna work. And I
That
put
was
that in
hilarious.
there,
Yeah.
and it came up on front, and that just so happened to be right in front of Sid's lance. So I'm like, that's not getting changed. That is perfect.
yeah.
You pointed that out. I'm like, that is the happiest mistake I've ever seen.
How did you not put a burning cross in the background?
I will go ahead and say, very forthright, this is maybe the only time in LBR history I've been actually a little uncomfortable with a joke. Where I was just like, ugh, this is going to be something, an image that I make that my name is going to be attached to on a bit that I created. I'm a little uncomfortable with this one.
You're uncomfortable. That's my team.
I understand. That's why I changed it to KLK. I'm like, oh God.
You know that's only one initial off from MLK, and that's wildly more offensive. Just saying.
You could have also spelled Klux and Klan with a C, and it could have been KCC.
He's actually not wrong there.
How about the Califux clan, KFC?
No.
Oh, that's actually really cool. Too bad they're not all chicks.
Yeah, very awkward that Alfino's on that team.
And Edward.
Well,
And Edward.
He's not.
And Dead Orshman.
Yeah.
Start fucking the shield.
That's what the hole's for.
Oh god.
Jagged and pointy and sharp.
Hey, you know
Some
what?
people like that, dude.
Not one of them.
Some people like that. That's a hell of a weird glory hole, isn't it?
That's like Titan's glory hole.
You think about it, like, you break down what the word glory hole is. I mean, it really, there's a lot, it has a...
No, my
Several
favorite
different
thing.
meanings.
Okay, so our benefactor and her mom like love Harshaphant, right? Like they're huge fans of his. So whenever I want to get on their nerves, I just start insulting him. And the other day we were talking about some movie that she didn't really like the plot of it, right? And I go, speaking of plot holes, and she just goes, don't. Like she just saw it coming.
Gotta be sneakier now.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's
Once
good.
again, it has gone off the rails.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's right. That's another reason they watch the
Yeah.
green room.
Yeah.
So highlights.
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 Alright.
You want to highlight the FMFFL stuff? That was kind of cool, right?
FF.
Yeah.
Or the
yeah.
FFFL, whatever.
Did
For our first time doing the bit?
We didn't highlight the draft. So, I mean, maybe if we went back and excerpted the draft, uploaded that as its own YouTube highlight, and then as we keep doing this progressively on the show, we
Maybe.
add to the playlist.
Yeah, make it a playlist.
Yeah,
I like that.
that's not
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
Can you
Write
make
that
sure that
down,
that
yeah.
happens?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you're gonna have 2 here. You're gonna have 1 from 50, which is gonna be the entirety of the draft. Which that may be tough to do. It might have gotten broken in half on Twitch. I'm not sure. I have to go back and look.
And then
It's fine. If it's broken in half, I know how to fix that. But just let me do it. It's a little bit hard.
So just let him know if that's
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know. And then the second highlight will
from
be
51
first update.
yes, will be
the
the first update.
FFFL update. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so that was a good one.
Um,
obviously the whole PBS thing about the gaming and painting and stuff like that. I don't
Do
think
you
so.
want?
I feel like that's given that bit away a little bit.
Yeah, that's like kind of like the whole. Well, not the whole show, but like the whole.
Do you want to do the Facebook?
Well, that was the whole discussion about the
Facebook.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is a good one because then we can start having people just start linking that onto the Facebook.
Oh,
But
God,
they
yeah.
boost it there.
Yes, and boosted. Yeah, we got a donation
you
to get it
stick-
boosted.
You can boost into private groups too.
I don't know how, but I'll ask. Maybe
we'll
I'll
find
reach
out.
out to Raggins and
Okay.
see. All right, we need a third highlight then.
Was there anything about talking about the update stuff we wanted to talk
Yeah, why don't we start off with where we start off with the news and the trailer breakdown.
about? Okay, yep, cool.
Trailer breakdown's good, yeah.
Yeah, the news through the trailer breakdown. I think that's good.
Cool.
Or maybe do we want to include the gear
I was
set?
gonna say, I feel like that gear discussion was pretty good, talking about the gear stuff.
Yeah, I mean we're talking on it purely on a superficial basis.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's good. So let's say the news through the gear set discussion. There's my highlights. Papa Woody is going to be taking control of the highlights now. So if he misspells something in his description, make fun of him in the comments.
Yell at him.
Just make fun of him in the comments in general.
Man.
Our YouTube comments are hilarious. I think we could do an entire segment out of reading some of the shittiest
Good.
A lot,
YouTube comments.
a lot
that
of
we've done.
YouTubers do that. They'll do blank reacts to your comments or
I know.
whatever. Yeah.
I don't know if anyone noticed, but well, I mean, obviously I'm sure you noticed because I did it at the end of the show. But I've been trying to pull Pop out of his comfort zone a little bit.
Yeah, I saw that.
Need to get back there. Need to get a little bit louder.
I
Definitely
spoke
need to be
up
louder.
more this time than last.
Yeah,
time.
You were good about speaking up. They need to be louder.
It was audible. It was a little.
Was it?
It was more audible this
Okay.
time, I think. Yeah. Just kind of be careful of crosstalk. Like if you're gonna jump in, like make sure that we're giving you the space to do it. And if we didn't, go back and make the point again. Make sure that we acknowledge you.
And
Your
as
drop
an
during Malky's
intern-
call was so under the radar, but it was the funniest one of the entire
I heard it,
episode.
yeah.
What was it?
It was like
Something about
she wanted new
repetitive
original.
content.
She was like, "We need some new and original content." And you're like, and your drop was like, "So basically anything."
Yes, I saw. So basically anything at this point.
Yeah, so under
that
the
was
radar.
really
It was
good.
so funny.
No one caught it either. But like now that you said it, that is very funny.
As an intern, though, not just as an intern, just as someone who's off mic. Obviously, we just have to start talking, and it registers that we are. But something that is used in theater a lot when you have a line that's coming out and you're in a different focal point from where other people are is doing some type of big movement before you speak. So if you start incorporating something into your character to where maybe there's something that you do that sort of signals to all of us that Papa Woody's about to say something, then we'll know.
Just a big wave or something like.
Well, I'm not even necessarily talking just about like, hey guys, I got a point. Just if you can work something into your character, like when we were at the dinner the other day, we talked about how maybe your character has like a little bit of like a mean, ragey side. So yeah, maybe you're over there, and we hear something in the background, like something up that you're trying to keep something inside, and we're like, what the fuck? And then you can just explode out with it or something.
Yeah, we do need to find like a keystone bit for you, like
Yeah.
that'll
help you establish a character more than just that guy in the background.
It'll happen in time.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Like Juxta, you were a little bit different. Like we had a bit of a concept, but it was only that you were a Taru and that you had Taru speak.
Yeah.
The rest of the like trolly nature of your character came along in time.
One thing we could maybe eventually do a Garlean bit, and that might give him a chance to set up his character a bit.
That too.
All right, going back to what you said, do we have a lot of YouTube comments? Because
Not a ton, but we get some.
That could
Something-
be your show?
I was gonna say something we could do is dramatic readings of YouTube comments. And that could be another milestone.
What Conan does with Twitter.
If we started getting more YouTube comments, we could definitely do that. The amount of YouTube comments right now, that is a bit for the show for sure. For sure. Its own show, we would need to get bigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
So put in those YouTube comments.
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
Especially if they're shitty.
I think actually like highlighting them is a good way of trying to spur on more.
Yes.
Because I know that there was at least a few people just from talking about the Facebook thing who went immediately to that group and started posting.
Some dude, I think it was like Brynhild or something like that, he went and posted, hey, I found this group because of Limit Break Radio.
I love trolling these groups, man. It's great.
Thank you, LB Army, for being the best army.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Yes, exactly.
I have to say, since I've joined here, you guys, my Twitter followers have like tripled.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
so
no
every
shit.
day I'm getting a new follower.
So you went from like 3 to 9?
I went from like 10 to probably I'm up to 30 or something like that.
That's awesome.
It's unreal.
Yeah, that's cool,
basically
man.
harder than
Yeah, I don't even use my
Twitter.
Twitter, and every once in a while I'll be like, so and so wants to follow you. So and so
Yeah.
wants to follow you. Like, all right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Part of the problem that Refresh had when we did it the first time is that we really weren't trying to utilize the same audience.
And yeah.
And we did not have the ability to reach people, and I think now Twitch is like gonna be an explosive way to reach out to people, because we were doing really kind of like edgy content, but no one was listening, so nobody gave a fuck. Now, I mean, you have the ability to like say some shit and people go, holy fuck, do you hear this shit? Like, and they share it with people. We've seen how that happens with LBR, and I think that we can make that happen again with Refresh, which I think that'll be really cool. Yeah. So, excuse me. All right, there we go. We have our highlights, and we've been derailed a couple of times.
Be a green show if we didn't.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be it. So let us know what you think about the idea of separating the Green Room show and the post show, and some of our plans for content expansion. We'd love to know what you think. Leave some shitty YouTube comments, or you can leave comments at our videos at patreon.com/limitbreakradio. We do check both places. I know that we don't necessarily engage in discussions in either place, but we do check everything. So thank you so much for everything that you guys do for us over at patreon.com/what? Thank you for your support at patreon.com/limitbreakradio. Honestly, sitting right a hair below 2,500 is fucking crazy. So guys, thank you so much. So yeah, that's gonna do it for the Green Room post-show video, which will hopefully now be 2 different things moving forward. You guys have a good one. Thank you so much for your support.